Welcome back, guys. In this video, we're gonna talk about one of the deepest fear that is preventing us from going after what we want. One of the fear that cripples so many of us is one of those universal fear, and that is the fear of rejection, of being judged, being criticized, being humiliated, caring too much about what people say. You know what I'm talking about. It's one of those fear that really cripples people the most. And in this video, we're gonna talk about why is that, but also what you can do about it. How can you go to a place where you stop caring about people's opinion? How can you be courageous enough? How can you love yourself enough to take those actions, to go after what you want, and to even have courage to be disliked if this is what it takes? The first thing you really have to understand is this. One of our deepest needs as human beings is the need for significance, is the need to be important, to be liked, to feel special. And so most of our behaviors in life are there to help us get that feeling. And for a lot of people, that means getting external validation, being liked by others, being seen in a certain way, carrying themselves in a certain way. That means also avoiding anything that can make them feel weak, vulnerable, stupid, or appear or feel like a failure. Because you have to understand that the opposite is equally true. As much as we want to feel important and significant, we also want to avoid the opposite, feeling insignificant, feeling stupid, feeling worthless, feeling embarrassed. And if you look at your life and you are honest about your life, you can see how much resistance and how much strategies and how much coping mechanism we have to simply avoid anything that can make us feel weak, anything that can make us feel belittled, anything that can make us feel vulnerable or ashamed, because we don't know how to deal with that, because it hurts, because it's really uncomfortable, and because it's really damaging to our egos. So throughout life, what we tend to do is we create a lot of strategies, right, to get significant, to feel good, and to protect ourselves. So a lot of people become people pleasers. They become nice guys. They try to just please others, avoid confrontation, avoid doing anything that can make them look weak, look bad, look stupid, or appear a certain way. That includes making mistakes. That includes doing things that they don't usually do. That includes doing things out of their comfort zone. So you can see how this is one of the main reasons why criticism, judgment, people's opinion is so damaging to us. Because when you get rejected, when you like somebody and you tell them and then they say no, or when you do something and then people laugh at you, or when you have some form of experiences like that, and we all have, it hurts, it's uncomfortable, it's damaging, we lose face. God forbid we lose face. We appear small and we don't know how to deal with it. Nobody ever told us how to deal with those emotions, what to do. And so the mind over time, especially in our childhood, build those layers to protect us. So this is why this fear is so prevalent. And so then you may be wondering, what's the solution? What do we do? And the solution here is simple, because it's simply self-love. And you may be like, oh my God, there we go, self-love. But hear me out. The antidote to this is to reverse that, is to create an identity, a self-image that has a healthy dose of self-love, self-esteem, and self-belief. And this is so important, because the more you do that, the more you have a self-image that is healthy, that is strong, that is grounded in yourself, and that believes in yourself, and that knows your value, the more you become immune to other people's opinion, the more you become immune to chasing and craving external validation. That means that it's easier then to do the thing you're afraid to do. That means it's easier to take action. That means it's easier to be courageous and to be like, okay, you know what, I don't know what other people are gonna say, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It's easier from that place to be courageous enough to be disliked if other people don't like it, but to still go after it because it's important to you. But if you hold insecurities and self-doubt and beat yourself up and have a lot of anxiety and insecurity between yourself, the last thing you want is for something to trigger you, something to make you defensive and passive-aggressive and hurt you, make you feel ashamed. If those scars, emotional scars, are unresolved between yourself, you will make excuses, you will procrastinate, you will delay, you will do everything in the book, but not that thing. And that's what a lot of people do. They stagnate, they hold back, they leave so they just become drifters. They drift through life because they're unwilling to take risk, get out of their comfort zone, and really be exposed, make mistake, and just allow this to happen if it happens, and then go from there. So the key here is self-love. But then the question is, how do I create this? How do I go in a place that allows me to really create that self-image? And of course, this is a complex answer that, depends vastly on where you are, what is happening, what is your relationship with yourself right now. But here are some general pointers. The first thing is to really notice, what is it that I'm the most afraid of? What are the thoughts? What are the aspects of myself that I want to hide, that I don't want to expose? What is it that makes me feel vulnerable and weak? What is it that makes me feel defensive? What is it that, I do? What are the experiences that I had in my past in which I had a lot of shame, a lot of regret, a lot of fears? Because those experiences often shape our patterns today. So as you can shed some light on those experiences, you will see why you are acting the way you are acting today, simply because of those subconscious programs, those subconscious emotions that are still affecting your thoughts, your behaviors, your decisions, and the way you act today. So to be able to change it, you first have to bring self-awareness. And to start to change it, you're going to need to start talking to yourself very differently. You're going to need to let go of the inner critic, the old story, the old blame, the old resentment, the old things that create all that contraction, all those negative thoughts and feelings in your body. You're going to need to clean this up. You're going to need to start to see yourself and to love yourself and to put yourself first and to just know that I am worthy of love, of money, of success, of being liked, of doing the things that I want, that I am good enough. You're going to need to let go of all the things, all the thoughts, all the stories of why you feel like you're not good enough, you're not as good as others, you're not smart or pretty enough or this or that. You're going to need to deal with all that shame and all that guilt that you carry with you. That will free you massively from all that weight, and this will start to bring more love. And when you start to have more love toward yourself, you'll have more love toward others, and you'll have less fear. And in that moment, you'll see your confidence soaring. You'll see that it's easier to go and take action. It's easier to go forward. So it's a process that is different for everybody, based on who you are, what is happening, what happened in your past, and your people's life and people's journey is different. Now, if you need help, if you don't know where to start, I strongly invite you to get my 30-day program, the Better Life program, that can really show you the step-by-step tools to not only create that self-awareness, but also how to change and how to create a self-image that will completely radically transform your life. The link is down in the comment. If you need help, this is a fantastic resource to have. Now, the last step here is the one that most people hate, dislike, resist the most, and that is taking action and doing the thing that you're afraid to do. Ironically, behind what you fear the most is what you need the most. So the moment you face your fears, where you're going to gain the power, is when you're going to gain the freedom, is when you're going to receive the thing that you wanted the most in your life. Joseph Campbell said it beautifully: the cave that you're afraid to enter holds the treasure you seek. But a lot of people will make a lot of excuses, will wait for the fear to disappear before they take action. And that fear will never disappear. Even when you have a healthy dose of self-esteem, even if you do all those things, when you do something new, when you step out of your comfort zone, when you go into the unknown, you'll have resistance, you'll have a bit of anxiety, you'll have a bit of fear. It's okay, it's part of the process. But the moment you do it, something else will take its place and you will gain the power. And that is so important to understand. And that's why you have to feel it and do it anyway. And when you do that over and over again, you gotta get immunized. And it's something you can relate in your life. There was things you were afraid to do in your life, and you did it, and now you do it, and it's like second nature. You don't even think about it. So it's something we can all relate to. So sometimes you just have to push through it. Unfortunately, a lot of people will even use spiritual bypassing and just trying to manifest everything without them doing anything, right? And it'd be like, well, It says that I can get everything without doing anything, right? And yeah, you could. It's a possibility. But this is our place where we're here to evolve and grow and develop. And so even if you get that one thing, I guarantee you that as long as that fear is present in your life, you will hold back in different ways. And this will hold you back. This will anchor you in the past, and this will bring a lot of struggle. We are here to evolve, we are here to grow, and you really have to answer the question of, am I here to let my fear run my life and to bypass anything that is uncomfortable? Or am I here to break free from my fear and create more love and evolve and create a better life for myself? You have to ask yourself, is my future self somebody who's just trying to avoid fear, or somebody who, despite what people say and despite what other people think, still did it because he or she knew this matters and this is something I want? So the ball is in your hand. It's really up to you. Now, let me know what you think down in the comment. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any question, write them down in the comment. Guys, as always, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if your video is helpful, if you want to see more of those videos. I will see you next time. Be well.